My boyfriend asked for a paternity test for our child. As soon as the results come and show he is the father, I'm leaving him. It happened on a Friday. I was loading the dishwasher after dinner, and Jason walked into the kitchen holding his phone. Our son was asleep in the nursery. Jason cleared his throat and said he needed to talk about something important. I thought maybe his mom was sick or he lost his job. Instead, he said, "I want a paternity test for Eli." I dropped the plate I was holding. It didn't break, just clattered in the sink. I stared at him and asked him to repeat what he just said. He did. Same words, same serious face. He said he needed to be 100% certain Eli was his before we could move forward as a family. He said it wasn't personal, it was just something he had to know for sure. I asked him why. He said he'd been thinking about it for weeks. That doubt had been eating at him and he couldn't ignore it anymore. I asked if I'd done something to make him think I cheated. He said no, but that didn't mean he didn't need proof. He actually used the word proof, like I was on trial. Eli looks exactly like Jason. Same nose, same ears, same little wrinkle on his forehead when he cries. Everyone who meets him says he's a carbon copy, but apparently that wasn't enough. I asked Jason if he was serious. He nodded. He said he wouldn't do it behind my back, but if I refused, that would tell him everything he needed to know. I told him to get out of the kitchen. He left and went to the basement. I stood there for 20 minutes just staring at the wall. That weekend I barely spoke to him. I fed Eli, changed him, put him down for naps. Jason tried to act normal, asking if I wanted coffee or if I'd seen the remote. I ignored him. On Sunday night, he asked if I'd made a decision. I told him fine, do the test. He looked relieved, like I'd just agreed to let him buy a new TV. Monday morning, he ordered the kit online. It arrived Wednesday. He swabbed Eli's mouth while I watched from the doorway. Then he swabbed his own. He sealed everything up and mailed it the same day. The results would take about a week. During that week, I started packing. I didn't take much, just clothes for me and Eli, some toys, the diaper bag. I found an apartment near my sister's place and put down a deposit using money from my savings account Jason didn't know about. I called a lawyer my friend recommended and set up a consultation for the following Monday. Jason noticed I was quieter than usual, but he didn't push it. He probably thought I was upset about the test and would get over it once the results came back. He kept trying to be extra helpful, doing the dishes without being asked, offering to take Eli so I could nap. I let him. I needed the time to organize everything. The results came back exactly 1 week later. Jason opened the email on his laptop at the kitchen table. I was feeding Eli his bottle. Jason read it, then read it again. Then he looked at me and said, "It's mine. He's mine." He was smiling. I put Eli in his bouncer and walked to the bedroom. I grabbed the 2 suitcases I'd hidden in the closet and brought them to the living room. Jason stood up and asked what I was doing. I told him I was leaving. He asked why. I reminded him what I'd said before. He didn't remember, or he didn't think I was serious. He started talking fast, saying the test proved everything was fine now, that we could move on. I told him the test proved I never lied, but it didn't change the fact that he thought I did. He said he never accused me of anything. He just needed to be sure. I asked him what the difference was. He followed me to the car asking me to wait, to think about this, to not do this to Eli. I buckled Eli into his car seat and got in the driver's seat. Jason stood in the driveway watching as I backed out. He called me 4 times before I got to my sister's apartment. I didn't answer. He texted that night saying we needed to talk, that he made a mistake, that he loved me. I texted back with my lawyer's contact information. He called again. I blocked his number and set up a new email just for custody stuff. 2 weeks later, we had our first meeting about the custody schedule. Jason cried the whole time. He signed the papers.